Let freedom ring this afternoon at 2 with Sean Hannity. Right before Joe Walsh at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
Dan and Amy, I don't want to exaggerate the importance of this incident, so let me just say this.
Yes.
Indiana State Trooper Sergeant Stephen Wheels is the greatest human being who ever lived.
What he did yesterday, and he tweeted about it. I stopped this. So it's a picture of him on the side of the highway on I-65, and there's a car in front of him. He's blocking the license plate so that that person doesn't get harassed. I stopped this vehicle today for a left lane violation on I-65. The driver had approximately 20 cars slowed behind her because she would not move back to the right lane. Again, if there are vehicles behind you, you must move to the right lane to allow them to pass. Apparently, the speed limit there is 70 miles per hour. She was going an annoying 50 miles per hour.
She might as well have been just parked.
I mean, seriously. But then all these cars were piled up behind her because nobody could move because she created a backlog.
Well, that's some bad driving. I mean, if
it is Indiana.
I mean,
sorry, Hoosiers, but I mean,
like if you're backed up that much, you can't, use the shoulder, go up on two wheels. You figure a way around any sort of backs up, or you weave in and out in the middle lanes.
drive into the grass medium, and then
Yeah, but no, this shouldn't have been a citation. It should have been an arrest.
Oh,
as you know, this is the driving slow in the left lane, as well as pacing.
Oh, pacing! I can't stand pacing.
Boxing in, right?
Yes,
that boxing in, the citizen police that box you in. Those are the only crimes for which I believe the death penalty should be eligible.
You're against capital punishment,
right? Except for those two crimes.
Everybody all around the nation, he's being praised. Appreciation for the trooper coming in from as far away as Hawaii. People asking this Sergeant Stephen Wheels, that's his name, to transfer to Florida, Arizona, and the Aloha State. They want him to work there.
IndyCar driver Graham Rahal calling him his hero. Fast lane cruisers are one of my biggest frustrations. Well, yeah, you're an IndyCar driver, but I
and then wrote nice work.
Yeah, I mean it's this is an important moment. There is actually. I mean, it's not that there's not the law there that cops shouldn't do it. They're always just trying to catch speeders like me, which is of course discriminatory and hateful.
Oh, why?
That's a hate crime.
Because you're a white male in a Mercedes.
It's a hate crime.
Oh, you're being targeted wrongfully.
Yeah, I'm being racial. I'm being.
You're being racially profiled.
I'm not being racially profiled. I'm being profiled by my speed. But I just use profiled, and it sounds mean.
Right.
It sounds illegitimate. Why not spend more time going after the left laners, the pacers, who are the defensive drivers, who are much more likely to cause an accident than a sophisticated driver like Graham Rahal or me.
Indiana in 2015 passed what's called the slowpoke law, and if the driver does not move out of the left lane and goes below the speed limit of more than 20 per miles per hour, they could get a fine of $500. And we don't know if that happened in this case with that driver, but it should. Do we have a slowpoke law here in Illinois?
Yeah, we have a slowpoke law.
We do?
Yeah, I think it's been around for a while.
Well, why don't?
Yeah, why? Yeah, right, exactly.
Why doesn't anyone use it?
Yeah.
312-642-5600. Any police officers out there?
Particularly the ones that pulled me over. Come on, Elk Grove Village boy. How about state trooper guy on I-90? Come on.
I was thinking about this yesterday. I think I have met every single Elk Grove Village police officer.
Yeah.
I got pulled over one time because I had my cell phone on my lap. And I said, but I'm not on it. And I have a headpiece on. They said, no, ma'am, it has to be in the other seat or in your purse or on the console. Yeah, I'm like, why are you looking into my car? And why are you looking there? I'm being profiled.
This state trooper, I mean, he prevented other crimes, too. He didn't just bring this driver to justice. He prevented other crimes. I mean, it's highly likely
that there would have been a road rage incident?
Oh, yeah. I mean, somebody's going to shoot out her tires. And I assume it's a her.
Troy Aikman, finally. This is what he tweeted. Finally, exclamation point and a thumbs up. This has gotten 75,000 and growing likes. Or 76,000 now, excuse me. I've liked it. Now I'm following the trooper, Sergeant Stephen Wheels. Somebody also on social media wants him to be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, that seems fair. I don't think that's too much.
A Nobel Peace Prize. Well,
Three
He's
one
more than President Obama, right?
three. Yes, he's lived up to his potential. 312-642-5600 turnkey.pro answer line. 64636 DA turnkey.pro text line. You can comment on either question. What should be done to further punish this driver to make an example of her? And again, I'm assuming it's a her.
No, it is a her. Is she?
There you go.
Okay. You know what? I want that. No,
or-
men do it too.
Or what kind of awards should be given to State Trooper Sergeant Stephen Wheels? I mean, this is somebody that needs to be celebrated and elevated.
He's currently stationed at the Indiana State Police in southeastern Indiana. Maybe he can move up to Indianapolis.
It's time for
Maybe he can move to Chicago.
Time for a promotion. Who will play Sergeant Stephen Wheels in the movie about this story? Look at here. Our friend David Hochberg has a comment on the Slowpoke Law. David?
Hey, you could shave $1 billion off the state budget deficit by parking a state trooper on the Edens every morning.
Amen.
1,000 tickets for all the knuckleheads in the left lane driving 50 miles an hour. Drives me crazy.
There you go. Thanks for the call, David. I mean, you can tell it's driving him crazy. He's still crazy.
He's still
He
hot
may be
under
on
the
the
collar.
Edens.
No, he's hot under the collar. Edens, you have the worst offenders. But also, the Kennedy in the morning, it's the taxi cab drivers and the Uber drivers that they sit there in the left lane, and I'm sick of it. I don't ever think that I have any road rage possibilities in me, but I get really upset, if you know what I mean.
No, it's absurd. And by the
And
way,
I
there's-
beep and I flash my lights now.
I
That's
also
what I
think
do.
there are certain
Get
makes
out of my lane.
there are certain makes and models of cars that should be discontinued, or those drivers should not be allowed to drive anymore. Their privileges, because that's what driving is, a privilege, not a right. Their privileges should be revoked. So if you're in one of those
Yes.
little Volvo square
Oh.
boxes, or
All those
you're
smart cars?
you're driving
Oh,
a
I
s-
couldn't even fit in one of those.
you're driving a Subaru Outback.
Oh, come on. What about a Jetta? Volkswagen Jetta? Lincoln Park Trixies?
Well, just stay in Lincoln Park. Mark and Joliet.
Hey, good morning, Amy and Dan. If somebody's cruising the left lane, there should be a law that allows you to NASCAR them.
Yeah.
Hit them in the back corner and spin them right into the wall.
Days of Thunder? Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for the call, Mark.
Absolutely.
Totally agree. Completely agree. Larry and Bartlett.
Hey, good morning. I'm going to get his name wrong because I can never say it. But right after Rod got elected, he was
Blago.
caught in a traffic backup, and it was like 2 months after that, the law for slowpoke was passed in Illinois because he was so frustrated, even with a state police driver. So Rod actually did something good in his terms.
All right, there you go.
So he started the slowpoke law
Thanks for
here.
the call, Larry. All
It's
right.
also called the move over law.
Now-
Now, in Chicago, we're like, move over.
Now I'm. It's also called the "Go Frack Yourself" law.
Go frack yourself.
Now I'm for Rod's commutation.
Okay. Well, it's coming, so just brace yourself. We
Uh,
don't know when, but yes.
Paul in New Lenox. Chicago's morning.
Hey
Answer.
guys, great show. I think that he needs to have a special car. It should look like the one that Mel Gibson drove in The Road Warrior. Good show. See you
Thanks for
later.
the call. I like, we should have like Road Warrior urban
Yeah.
assault vehicles just to punish people
It's so
who are driving. Basically, I mean, if I had my way, anybody who's driving under 90.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is the left lane. It doesn't matter.
Just get out of it.
If Chuck Yeager is behind you, then move over.
move
It doesn't
over.
matter how fast somebody's going.
Oh, so frustrating.
George and
I don't
Monique,
even
you're on
like people
Chicago's
who-
Morning Answer.
Hey, Dan, the cop's not going far enough. This woman should have her children taken away
Yeah, I
because
think
we got to
that's-
cut
Too
the
soon.
cycle.
Yeah, it's true.
Goodness.
Thanks for the call, George. It's a good point because this is passed from one generation to the other.
Mhm. Kids do watch how you drive. They do learn from this.
Somebody's got to be made an example of. Mark in Des Plaines.
You guys are taking the completely wrong tack on this. You
Oh.
know, drivers in this area are ridiculous. Nobody follows the laws. They don't follow the laws anywhere in the country. That's why we're never going to have self-driving cars, because if the only way that self-driving cars would ever work is if everyone, were in one and everyone were following the laws. I mean, this is the things that I see every day, you guys, you would not believe.
All right, what's the worst thing you've seen?
Oh my gosh! At the corner of Lakeshore and or and Michigan, where they come together there, right where you enter the
Mag Mile.
Yeah, where you enter Lakeshore Drive North, the 41 fast, from anyway, right there, some idiot, turns left, and he right before my eyes, it was like an explosion, these two cars impacting. Look, these cars all cost nothing less than $25,000, today. I mean, unless you're getting one of those stupid little weird things that they have out there now.
Or a 25-year-old jalopy.
Or whatever. But, the point is, what's the world coming to when what needs to happen is consideration for others, like love for your fellow man, right?
Yeah, absolutely not.
Is that wrong?
Absolutely. That is ridiculous.
The golden rule. That isn't ridiculous.
Thanks for the comment. That is outrageous. No consideration on the roads for your other man. Maybe in other settings, but not in the left lane. The left lane is a Hobbesian state of nature. It is, kill or be killed in the left lane.
No, move it or lose it. Honestly,
I'm sorry. That's no.
And that's when you get the horn and the brights. That's what I do now, and I'm not apologizing for it.
There is no golden rule in the left lane.
Get your butt out of the left lane.
That's just.
I see you sometimes, and I see you coming, and then I'm in the left lane, and then I get in the middle because I know you're going to blow by my used minivan.
I mean, I'll knock you off the road if I need to.
Well, then I feel my car kind of shake when you drive by.
Yeah, exactly.
Burst of energy.
Joe in Cal City.
Yes, good morning. This is first-time caller.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with going at the speed limit in the left lane?
No, you can go the speed limit in the right lane. The left lane is made for.
No, ma'am. My question is, I've been on the road many years. Okay, I'm 75 years old.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hot rod people out there that are causing all kinds of upset. I travel to work on a road that has potholes in different places. I try and avoid the potholes. I get in the left lane. I might be 5 to 6 miles over the limit, and people are flashing their lights. I'm trying to avoid potholes and things like that. My question is, what's wrong with traveling the speed limit?
Well, I mean,
is there a problem with traveling the speed limit?
Well, in the left lane there is if somebody's going faster.
Well, why? Where does it say that you have to go 90 miles an hour in the left lane?
It's not about how fast you have to go. It's that the left.
Well, people are going by me at 80 miles an hour.
Well, I know.
In the 55 zone.
I know. I'm one of them. The left.
Okay, well,
the left lane
is that a law? Is that against the law?
It is.
Or not?
It is, but the left lane is a passing lane.
Okay, fine. I understand that.
Yeah, that's
but
all.
But when people are going 80, 85, 90 miles an hour in the left lane, that's against the law.
Thanks for the call, Joe. Yeah, it is.
I mean, the sergeant did remind people it is not. You cannot speed, but the left lane is intended for passing.
That's right.
Now this segment's getting serious, and we can't laugh anymore.
Look, well,
I mean,
potholes. Look,
I know. I don't want. I try to avoid potholes, and we all know where the potholes are on Compound Kennedy and. Near Bryn Mawr there. You don't want to break your axle or have to get a new tire.
But that's consistent with the whole road warrior nature, the Thunderdome nature of driving in the left lane in Chicago in general. You got your gunfire, you got your potholes, you got Joe in the left lane doing 57.
No, he's going the speed limit. Let's not make fun of him.
No, I understand, and I appreciate first-time caller.
Yeah, Joe, thanks for calling.
Interesting how this topic beats people out of the weeds. He's very upset about that because driving is this personal thing.
We all do it.
And take it seriously.
Yes, we do. Get out of the left lane.
And get off my lawn, too, while you're at it. Anthony in Plainfield.
Hi, thanks for taking my call. Everybody knows the left lane is the warp speed lane. And if you want to enjoy the countryside, get in the right lane and drive 40 miles an hour.
That's right. This isn't driving Miss Daisy out there. Thanks for the call, Anthony.
I feel the need